Hi, I'm John. I'm the chief instructor here at Marina Agana in Croatia. I'm going to give you a quick introduction into what happens when you arrive here for your sailing school course. Step 1 is check-in at reception. Here you'll get welcomed by the reception staff, where you'll be able to check in for your course. You'll be able to buy logbooks or other course materials, find out when your boat's ready, and when you can meet your instructor. If the boat's not ready yet, then you'll be able to have a coffee at the barca, or go into town for a meal, have a look round, or go onto the beach for a swim. Once everything's in place, you'll meet your instructor and head off to the boat. We've just walked down D Dock. Our boat's on Sea Pontoon, which is opposite the Sunsail Lounge. In this same building you've also got the ladies and gents toilets and showers. Let's take a walk down Sea Dock so we can find our boat. Welcome to Malinero 4. This is going to be your home for the next week. Normal boarding times at 6 o'clock, although we normally can get people on by 4. It's one of 6 boats that we use for our sail training. So let's go and have a look inside. On Saturday, the instructor will give you a quick orientation of the boat, where the light switches are, how to work the stove, and how the correct use of the toilets and showers. On this boat there's two bow cabins. And 2 stern cabins. On Sunday, your instructor will arrive with some fresh bread for breakfast, the boat's provision for breakfast and lunch through the week. We can then have a look at the chart and discover where we're going to go during the week and what sort of wind conditions we're going to encounter. After breakfast, we'll talk about the navigational equipment, safety procedures and safety equipment on the boat, both below deck and above deck. So let's go upstairs and have a look. Once we've found the safety equipment and talked about the procedures above deck, we'll go and have a look at the lazy line and talk about med mooring and how that's going to work. We'll learn some new knots, have a go at throwing lines, and then we'll be ready to set off. Okay, so day to day we'll go out, we'll get the sails up, we'll learn about the winches, the jammers, all the lines, what's going on with sailing, try some power handling manoeuvres, some manoeuvres under sail, and then we'll head to some bay, have a nice lunch anchored up in some bay, and then afternoon get out, do some more of the same, learning about sailing, learning some manoeuvres, and then we'll arrive in port for about 5:30. So competent crew, I'm not expecting you to have any experience at all of sailing. You can come here, you can learn how sailing works, how the sails go up and down, about life on a boat, about winches, jammers, lines, safety on a boat, knots, and it's going to be your first time just to discover whether you like sailing and to get the bug for it, just like all of the rest of us sailors. So day skipper, it's going to be a much more intensive course. We're expecting that you know how to sail already and you've done the day skipper theory. This course is a lot more about learning how to manage a boat and command your crew and make sure that everyone's doing the right thing when you come into port, when you're sailing, when you're coming onto a mooring buoy or coming onto anchor, showing your command skills and getting that side of things up to speed. We normally arrive about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is either going to be on a town quay or a mooring buoy or an anchor. Different moorings are going to involve different costs, and so we'll split that evenly amongst the crew. We'll have a little chat about how the mooring went and how the sailing went during the day, and then we'll go and have a meal a bit later at one of Croatia's fantastic restaurants. One night of the week we're going to go on a night sail, and so normally this is going to work where the competent crew do the cooking, cook us something delicious on board, and the day skippers do the passage planning for the night ahead. We arrived back on Thursday after a fantastic week sailing and a great final park. Your skipper will leave you for about an hour, and then we'll meet up at the local restaurant for drinks and final celebrations and to award any certificates that might have been earned. On Friday the boat doesn't go out, but we can arrange activities and suggest things for you to do, and then on Saturday disembarkations at 9 o'clock, and we can arrange taxis for transfer to the airport. Thanks very much for listening, and I hope to see you soon.